I know that I'm not going to live long. And that's why I put every day, every hour, every minute into building, into growing. Why am I out here working on this plastic into fuel reactor I've been working on for 5 years, since I was 17? Why am I out here in 100-degree weather? Why am I out here despite being falsely accused and reported to the EPA and the IRS? Why am I out here despite weird black helicopters that turn off their radar transponder circling me 6 times at night? Why am I out here sleeping in my van, crazy humidity, mosquitoes, gnats flying in, and yet I still do it? Why am I out here despite having to drive 4 hours every time I want to work on this machine? Because when I was doing it in my parents' backyard, I blew myself up and I had to go to the hospital for 2nd-degree burn surgery. I do this because this is my mission that I've assigned myself to. I do this because I do not fear death. I do not fear suffering or uncomfortability. You know what I fear? I fear allowing an idea of something that may not even exist or happen have enough control over your entire life to where you're not even really living your life. That's the only thing I fear. And thus, I am completely set on what I want to do here, and nothing will steer my course but myself. And I am not a quitter. And now that I've set my mind on this, because I wish to liberate humanity. I wish to liberate humanity from this cycle in which we're bound by waste, in this cycle in which we're bound by division, in this cycle in which we're bound by not knowing ourselves. I wish to free us all from all of this. And now that I'm set on that mission, I'm not giving up. And so it will happen, no matter what. Because you know what? To me, when I'm building something, I expect it to be hard. I expect it to be uncomfortable. I expect it to be difficult. You know why? Because that's the whole point. You have to suffer to grow. You have to feel uncomfortable to attribute value to what you do. So you may see this and you see a piece of metal with certain pieces of metal welded onto it, but I see it for what it really is. I see it because when I see this, I can go back in time to not just putting it together, but the motivation as to why I put it together, the hope, the purpose, the passion, all right here embodied. My soul is within this, just as yours is within anything you do and put your mind to as well. So if you wonder why I'm out here and why I'm not gonna do anything else but continue to stay on this mission until I see it through, until I say it's complete, that is why. Because it doesn't matter what anything externally is. There is no threat, there is no uncomfortability, there is no amount of suffering that will steer me from what I wish to do, because that is the life I wish to live. It's inevitable.
A young inventor based in Georgia has been developing an innovative process to convert plastic into fuel, which he refers to as plastiline. The concept aims to provide an alternative to traditional gasoline, potentially reshaping the fuel industry. His work began receiving significant public attention last year, sparking interest and curiosity. However, he has recently expressed concern that he is being monitored, claims that suggest someone may be watching his activities. While these statements are unconfirmed, they raise questions about how disruptive technologies are received by established industries. It's no secret that such a breakthrough could pose a challenge to the traditional oil and gas sectors. Let's take a closer look at his project, followed by a recent warning he issued to the public. I'm going to briefly mute the audio so I can speak over it. I wanted to highlight the process he's demonstrating. It's truly fascinating. Pretty impressive, isn't it? How many of you were aware that it's possible to convert plastic into fuel? Oh, I see Peter is familiar. He mentioned that he follows this inventor's work. That's great. All right, let me turn the sound back on. All right, as you can see, that gives you a general idea of how the process works. I actually just learned about this inventor a few days ago. I hadn't heard of him before. What brought him to my attention was a video he posted that raised some concerns. In it, he claimed he was being watched and followed, which understandably caused quite a stir. We'll touch on that shortly. But I have to say, the technology itself is incredibly impressive, especially for those of us who enjoy scientific innovation. The fact that fuel can be produced from plastic waste is remarkable. Now, I'm going to pause the video briefly due to the background music, but I want to show you something even more compelling. A demonstration where the fuel was actually used to power a car. This test was conducted in Chicago.
All right.
Good?
Let's crank it up.
Let's get him out of the way.
Alrighty. All right. He calls it plastic. All right, let's make our way to the front, everybody. Back how we were. Oh, yeah, watch out for
that. You want to donate? There's his GoFundMe.
All right, I'll let you know. All right, everybody, make our way back to the front. All right, everybody, make it to the front. Make it to the front. Everybody that's filming.
Hey, this is a live stream. He ran the diesel truck until it ran out of fuel.
And this is a reminder to everybody here, everybody watching. If you want to support my mission to take sunlight and turn sunlight into fuel made from plastic waste, you can go to my GoFundMe here. We're looking to raise $16,000 to get all the solar equipment I need. Huge thank you to Dan. He's a solar engineer that's donating 15 solar panels right here in Chicago to the cause. Huge thank you to Damien. He helped connect me with everybody out here, help me give me a place to stay. Huge thank you to Tony for the truck, Ulysses for his truck. Huge thank you to Shannon for the space, and huge thank you to all of you and all Chicago and Illinois for making it out today. Everybody give yourself.
Yes, sir.
All right, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
And look, I gotta ask. Do you guys think it's gonna run?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, Tony, hit it.
Yeah. Give it a minute. It's going.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Take a look. That was a demonstration of diesel fuel made from recycled plastic being used to power a vehicle, an impressive proof of concept. Now, just imagine the potential if this technology were to gain widespread traction. Think about the impact. Reducing dependence on traditional gasoline and creating fuel from plastic waste. It's a game.